Hey all, Morgul here. Today I thought I would do a little something different. I'm not really feeling like playing tonight. It's been a long week. I feel like I say that all the time. I really do. So I thought today that I would watch the World of Warcraft cinematic trailers, including Legion. Um, just for the hell of it because I only started playing World of Warcraft in like July or June, July or August, sometime in the summer before a little bit before the pre-Legion invasions, where there was tons of content in what was it, four zones, which was there was one in Barrens. There was one invasion in like what's it called? The Goblin place down south of Kalimdor. And then there was the Ironforge invasions, and then there was also the Westfall, I think, invasions in Eastern Kingdoms. I mean, I was very, very new. I'm still very new. I still feel very green when I play Warcraft because I feel like I'm a total noob. I don't have like the old player mindset either. Um, Not that I think there's a specific mindset that old players have, but I mean, I just don't have that old like, oh, back in my day, or oh, I know everything about this game. My boyfriend does. He started playing in like Burning Crusade, I think he said, or just before Burning Crusade, something like that. So he's got that old player mindset where it's just like, oh, this is easy, or oh, it's in that place. Like I actually, when I play, when I discovered the add-on to show me the instance portals in the entire world, I was like, finally, because I was starting to run a lot of old content, like old raids, so I would have like transmogs, because as a new player, you really don't have anything. Well, I leveled up. I was starting to level up very slowly at first. I didn't have any heirlooms and whatever. But then, once my boyfriend and I started playing together, he started getting like antsy to get to the end content, which is understandable if you've run this content before, like, Burning Crusade and Cataclysm and stuff like that. For him, it was old news, but for me, like, it was. Anyways, I wanted to go and play with him, so well, we both wanted to play together. And so he was like, "Oh, here are some heirlooms, and you're going to wear this, and we're going to level up together, and we're gonna do this quick, and we're gonna get to the end content, and whatever, It was cool. I mean, I don't mind having leveled so quickly, but I that's why I have alts. That's why I try. I have some younger, you so to speak, alts that I don't really play a lot of, but I try not to, like, I don't put any heirlooms on them except for like weapon, which I don't think it has any XP on that. So basically, like, stuff that doesn't give XP, that's what I put on my tunes, so just so I don't like die. Um, but yeah, so anyways, I all that to say, I wanted to watch the World of Warcraft cinematic trailers together with you guys because as a newish player, for me, like, I've watched these before for sure, but it's like more and more I'm starting to get an insight into what the game is about. And I've been reading a lot of the well, I have the first Chronicle book. It was actually a gift to my boyfriend for Christmas, but I ended up reading it before him. And I'm a big lore and history buff. Like, I was in university, I was in art history. Like, the my electives were all art history. basically, because I was so pissed off at my program and I hated my program, I was like, I'm gonna take electives that are not anything from my program specifically. So I took, well, I mean, I was a fine arts student, so basically art history is part of the, the elective rhetoric, I guess. But I was just like, fuck, how would you say, like the art school confidential. If you've seen that movie, it's a great movie. If you haven't, go watch it. Like my university really had the art school confidential sort of mindset where it's just like, oh, but tell us your feelings through your art. And it's, well, I mean, it's fine to communicate your feelings through art, it's fine, but it's when the teacher, when you're presenting something like a fucking child could create, and like you didn't put any thought into it, you just like finished it in like one brush stroke or whatever, and you're just like, that's done. And the teacher just goes like, but what's the meaning of this? What's the concept? And you're just, and like my teachers were absolutely like intent on putting concepts on everything, including like trying to make long dead artists say something that they never said. I mean, it was bad. So that's why, like, I was so pissed off with my program. I was like, fuck that, I'm taking art history electives because I am not getting brushed up, like, because my program was more aimed towards like exhibit art, so like museums and stuff like that, more like modern art, and I'm not really into modern art. So, I mean, of course, I could have quit that program and just gone into something completely different, like, art history maybe. But, a year and a half into the program, I was just like, well, I'm halfway done. Might as well finish this and get my fucking degree so I can get out of here. Yeah, I mean, I used to be a very big school enthusiast, but then, college I started to kind of not get it anymore, and then university I fucking hated school. At least I hated my university. I went to Concordia University, which doesn't mean anything, but for me, like, I just don't have, how some people have this deep meaningful love for their alma mater. For me, I really don't. And whenever they call to get donations, like I do give donations once in a while, but like when they call and I see Concordia donations, because I actually like, they keep calling, so I just like added them to my contact book. And I was just, every time I see Concordia donations on my phone, I just go like, fuck my life. Anywho, so let's watch this together, and I don't know, I'll say whatever pops out of my head. So here we go. Teen, blood and gore, blah blah blah. Blizzard Entertainment. This was the first cinematic.
4 years have passed since the mortal races banded together and stood united.
Let me just put this to, like, as a non Blizzard know it all. For me, when I saw that 4 years, blah blah blah, I was just like, 4 years since what? And then,
Against the might of the Burning Legion.
yeah, so then I was like, okay, what's the Burning Legion? The first time I saw this, I was like, okay, 4 years since the Burning Legion. The Burning Legion is what? Like, I don't think it's even defined in this cinematic. So the first time I saw the cinematic, I was just like, what is this? What is this Burning Legion?
Though Azeroth was saved, the tenuous pact between the Horde and the Alliance has all but evaporated.
Okay, put this as well. I think I started getting. I knew about World of Warcraft when I was still in school and stuff like that. I heard about it. I didn't really know much about it. And the first time I got really interested in video games was when I was in Korea. Ironically, like the birthplace of fucking gaming. Well, not the birthplace, but the like the what would you call it? Like the core of, you know, gaming in the world is in Korea, because they have, like, I think they were the first place that had these esports competitions and stuff like that. Like, they're the first ones that really got so deeply into gaming that like nowadays they have fucking kids have to input information into their computers, I think, over there, like to their internet basically. So like they're restricted after midnight. So people in Korea, they have these net IDs, and if you're underage, you're going to be blocked off of the internet after midnight or so. I think it's midnight if I'm not mistaken. So because people got are so into video games that they'll spend the entire fucking night awake, even if they have school at like if they have to wake up at 5 or 6 a.m. in the next morning. They'll be like staying up all night even though they have exams, even though they have like they have tests every fucking day pretty much in Korea. So like it's so addicting to them that they have to be restricted, especially kids. So anyhow, um so yeah, I mean that's when I was in Korea is when I started to awaken into the gaming world. And when I went to obviously WoW is a paid game, so you have to pay to play. I was looking more at free to play games at the time because I wasn't sure if I was going to like gaming. So I turned to Rift. Rift was my first game, as you've heard many times on my channel before. And so I started to look into gaming. And so when after I came back to watch, WoW videos, I had like the Rift mindset in my mind. I was like comparing. And when it says, the Horde and the Alliance, I'd heard a little bit about the Horde. I'd heard a little bit about the Alliance. And people, even in Rift, um, they would equate, Alliance with Guardians in Rift, and they would equate Horde with um what's it called? Defiance in Rift. So, when I went back to watch the WoW videos, the cinematics like this, I already had like the idea that okay, so it's kind of like this and it's kind of like that, and okay, so next.
The drums of war thunder once again.
Also, can I just say I think this is Sylvanas's voice, isn't it? Can somebody say if it is or not? I'm not sure. It sounds like her. He looks so real. Hey, let's go, my friend. Let's go. So that's our forge, obviously. I didn't know that at the time. Also, what is she? Is she good or evil? I don't even know yet. Wait, is it her or is it the other girl? Yeah. She's obviously a feral. Oh, it's not her. Never mind. So, warlock. Yeah, undead warlock. He seems fucking angry, this warlock. And like when I first saw this, I was like, is this infernal going to like fucking splat the undead back to earth? Ashes to ashes. The Torn. The peaceful Indian type. when I first started looking back into World of Warcraft videos, one of my friends in Korea, he was really into orcs because he used to play an orc in Warhammer, the old MMO that failed. So like I was trying to think like, okay, that orc is kind of goofy looking to me. I don't know. I just always felt like orcs. I play an orc. My shaman's an orc, but like my first character in WoW was not an orc. It was a troll because I was like, okay, the orcs really look so fucking goofy. Anyways, that's me. Oh my god! That boomstick. Oh, that poor bear. Yeah, I really like these little clips of like the actual Warcraft between all the races and all the classes. It makes it really interesting from a, fighting point of
Imprisoned
view.
for 10,000 years.
When I watched this video when I was with my boyfriend at the time, not at the time, now, when when I started going out with my boyfriend, then we started watching these videos together again. He was like, "Oh my God, Illidan, he's so good." Blah, blah, blah. I didn't know. Like, I even at this point into Legion, I still don't fully grasp the um the obsession, I guess, that people have with Illidan. Like, he's cool, sure. He's got like a great background lore-wise, but I don't get the whole like, oh, he's so badass, he's so cool. I want to be Illidan. I don't get it. That's me though.
Banished from my own homeland. And now you dare enter my realm. You are not prepared.
You are not prepared. I guess that's a paladin. I'm not even sure. It looks like it. It's all light and stuff. Okay, so this is the girl I was like, is she good or evil? I still don't know. Who is she? Just do anybody like does anybody know who she is? She's like, oh yeah, you're so pretty, and then and again with the whole like showing the actual Warcraft part of the game. It shows gameplay, that's cool. Like not gameplay, but it looks like gameplay, and that's the funniest fucking part. And that too. She's just like, I can't deal with you guys. Fuck you. And her too. Oh my gosh, she's like, fuck you all. But that warlock and the mage, they're just like, I can't deal with you guys. Fuck you. And
You are not prepared.
so Illidan can travel in space, right? Anyways, those two first are really good trailers. I like them. And that too. Yeah. So Arthas
son,
and Illidan are like my boyfriend's favorite
The
characters.
day you were born, the very forests of Lordaeron whispered the name
Arthas.
Arthas.
Shit. have to be quiet during this video. Sorry. It's the music especially.
My child, I watched with pride as you grew into a weapon
Oh,
of righteousness.
symbolism.
Remember, our line has always ruled with wisdom and strength. And I know you will show restraint when exercising your great power.
Is this where he reses the dragons? Oh shit, yeah it is. I just realized, because I didn't know that he was someone who raised the dragons. I wasn't sure. So that's Sindragosa, basically. Holy shit, I just realized something while watching this.
But the truest victory, my son, is stirring the hearts of your people. I tell you this, for when my days have come to an end, you shall be king.
See, that whole video kind of makes it sound as if the father is condoning, because it kind of makes it sound as if like, oh, here you are king. And it, like, when I was watching this video at first, I was like, so the father was an evil king too, was the king of the undead as well. Like, I didn't know the lore. And then I started playing, and then my boyfriend started telling me more about the backstory and stuff. And then I realized, oh, so he killed his dad. How nice. What a great son. Anyways. The wrath of the Lich King. What is his wrath anyways? Why is he angry? Why is he angry? Oh, that's Cataclysm. Deathwing!
My hatred burns through the cavernous deeps.
So, who are the people who are actually making his armor? I don't remember if they're shown in this video. We'll see, I guess. And also, was he forced to wear this armor? Sounds like it's a name. Did he want this? Was it dwarves that made his armor? I don't know. Uh-oh.
The world heaves with my torment. Its wretched kingdoms quake beneath my rage.
That was some needles. 1,000 needles. How nice! Oh, I remember. Apparently, obviously I wasn't playing at the time, but apparently, the Cataclysm actually happened live on the servers, didn't it? Like I remember watching a video of like somebody getting like ganked by the breath of Deathwing, basically passing over Uldum. So that must have been something to see the cataclysm sort of happening live in front of your very eyes. And that's something that really can't be reproduced, obviously. Anyways, so I just remembered that. Sorry.
But at last, the whole of Azeroth will break. And
Is that the damn
all will burn beneath the shadow of my wings.
And is that Stormwind? Oh my god. Looks like it was Stormwind. Bam. I mean, some people didn't like Cataclysm. My boyfriend stopped playing during that. Because he said it wasn't the same. Anywho.
To ask why we fight is to ask why the leaves
Well,
fall.
Pandaria is also very strange.
It is in their nature. Perhaps
It's very pretty.
there is
this
a
trailer,
better
though,
question.
and funny. He's like, oh shit, where's that at work? Mommy! What do I do? Tippy toes. Tippy toes. And it's sort of also a return to orcs and humans. He's like, yeah, that's an axe. That'll do. That's Chen, what's his face, isn't it? Or is that Terran Zoo? He's like, you break my things! You break my things! Here, take this, you'll need it. Here, let me reveal what the mists are hiding.
Why do we fight?
Even the orc is like, ooh, pretty!
To protect home and family. To preserve balance and bring harmony. For my kind, the true question is, what is worth fighting for?
A girl? A girl worth fighting for. Sorry, I had to. Every time I hear that sentence from the cinematic, I'm just like, a girl worth fighting for. Sorry. love the music here. Let me just put it that way. It's great. Okay. By the way, I'm still not sure who the fuck that is. Is that supposed to be Orgrim Doomhammer? I didn't play during Warlords, okay? Let me just preface that, okay? I didn't play, so I don't know who that is. Is that Hellscream? Garrosh? Sorry, the Hellscream father, or is it Garrosh, or is it Orgrim Doomhammer? I don't know. You guys, please tell me. I mean, my boyfriend's away, so I can't ask him. But like just seeing this again reminded me that I didn't know. I'm sorry. I'm a bad player. So yeah. Yeah.
Drink, Hellscream.
Oh, it's Hellscream. Okay.
Claim
So is that the
your
father or the
destiny.
son? Garrosh.
You will all be conquerors.
I think it's the father?
Gul'dan must we give in return?
Everything.
Everything.
Ugly.
You would reject this gift.
I suppose that's Manoroth.
And did you bring these mongrels here
I think your head's on fire, dude.
to watch you die?
Oh shit. Okay, who was that second guy? Is that supposed to be the other him? Pretty blood. Drink it. Drink it.
This was not our destiny. Times change.
Okay, that was the hooded guy. So
We will never be slaves! But we will be conquerors.
that is a huge war. Huge. Huge. Like Trump would say. Huge. That it? No, there's the Legion as well. Oh, that's the pre-Legion. Uh-huh. He's like an old dude, man. Like just the rumbles. Illidan. And last.
My son, a terrible darkness has returned to our world.
Honestly, when
As
my
before,
boyfriend
it
first saw
seeks
this
to
cinematic
annihilate
and saw the
everything
end,
that we hold
he
dear.
fucking flipped. He was like,
I go to face
oh
it,
my god.
knowing
Yeah.
I may not return.
He was like, no way this can happen. No way. It must be
They're
wrong.
coming!
It must be
They're
like
coming back!
a sensational fucking ad. It can't be true. He was so like adamant that this was not real.
All my life I have lived by the sword. I've seen kingdoms burn and watched brave heroes die in vain. It's been difficult for me to trust after losing so much.
Slap.
But from you, I have learned patience, tolerance, and faith. Open fire!
I love that part. Well, not really, but I mean, I love that it's so cinematic and epic. Oh, the emotion. I really love how they've really humanized, at least in cinematics, they've really humanized
Anduin,
the characters
I now
and made them look
believe,
real.
as you
It's
do,
beautiful.
that peace is the noblest aspiration. But to preserve it, you must be willing to fight. For Azeroth!
Yeah, he says for Azeroth in the cinematic, but then when he dies, when he dies, it's for the Alliance. Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed this little chit chat and chilling. I'll see you guys.